All right, guys, I just want to put a quick video together. Felony's out. We all love it. It's a great car. Looks nice. The problem is the offset on these wheels. They look good on the back, but we ain't going to be able to get them for a while. It looks like it's going to be a couple months before they're around. They're going to be really hard to find. I'm sure a lot of guys are going to collect up all the burn up wheels and try to get foams put on them. But any other wheel, the offset's terribly bad. You know, this wheel sets in so far. So I was just looking around today and found these Creighton carriers. This is the stock carrier. Creighton carrier pushes this thing out about 10 millimeters. That's the only thing. All you need is a Creighton stub shaft and a Creighton carrier. You already have the bearings. You already have the hex for the wheels. They are different for a Creighton, but I made this little 3 millimeter carbon shim to take up that difference so that I wouldn't have to get anything else. So there you have all the parts you need. Now I'm putting CVs in mine, so it's a little different, but what that does is push that wheel out and opens you up to be able to use any of the factory wheels that we have available, because almost all of them are pretty much set the same. You know, the GRPs, the Hoons wheels, anything, the BSRs, all of them are pretty much have that same basic offset. And this car does not allow for you to use that unless you want the wheel way up inside of the car. So when you put this on, instead of the wheel being setting way up in the car, it actually brings it back out. So this is a Hoons off of a Limitless, same thing. Obviously, you know, you may want to adjust the body so it sits a little nicer. Still going to look good. It's still kicked out, and it's going to work. Now, I actually found some foams that I picked up on a trade that are the same size as these rears that come on this car. I have no idea what these wheels are, but they're 107 millimeter, just like the factory wheels. So I'm going to run these for a while until I have to do a gear change. And I cut some BSRs down on my tire truer to fit the front to make it the same size, so they got the right offset, that 7 millimeter offset. But those ain't going to last long, and so then I'm going to have to make a decision on which gearing I want to run in the front and rear. You know, it really doesn't matter for what I do. You know, the end gear ratio is going to end up being the same eventually anyway. But that's a way to get this wheel kicked out so that it looks the way it should. It's nice and easy. You know, I happen to have all the parts laying around with other stuff that I got going on, so it really didn't take nothing. But these carriers are pretty cheap. And these stubs, there's a lot of places you can get just a stub, and you know, that's all you got to have. Everything else you got, with the exception of using something to take up that about 3 millimeters is what this shim is. So then I push that wheel out and you run whatever wheels you want. Obviously, when we have to start running smaller wheels, we're going to have to figure out the diff situation and gearing on each end. But I think ultimately that's what's going to have to happen, is the gear ratio on each end of the car is going to have to match, because there's just not going to be enough tires available. And I personally don't want to get locked into just having one kind of tire to run on it. I would imagine these are probably going to be more than the $35 to $40 that these cost now. These are probably going to cost more than that. And one run tires, I'd rather not get stuck into that. So this is just a way to push it out. Just thought I'd share that. I'm sure a couple people probably thought about it, but I just wanted to put it out there so everybody would know. And maybe I can come up with some more videos, some more tips and stuff to share with everybody, and get y'all watching my channel. I do appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.